how does a Gen Zer out in the middle of Virginia get people to have hope, from across, four, five generations in the time where there's someone there who's lived, twice as long and is saying like, I don't know about this election, or I don't know if what I'm doing is worth anything. And you got this person who's in their mid 20s that's like, my responsibility is to make sure that this team functions and that these people have hope. How do you do that? How do they do it?
Okay. Uh, Oof. All right. So here's the first answer. All right. And if you catch me tomorrow or in a week when I've thought about this a little bit more, it'll be a really interesting conversation. But like immediately as you're saying that, Charles, I think about two things. One, you're right. I'm one of the oldest Gen Zers. I'm 27, and I think Wale, you're only a year older than me, so I think you still count as a Gen Zer. But if I'm 27 now, that means that I was 18 in 2016. That means that my first election that I voted in was the first Trump administration, that November general election. I don't remember Obama. I don't remember the great, bubble, the housing crash, whatever. I don't remember 9/11 or like all of these big political milestones. Don't remember, did not impact me. Trump was really the beginning of my political consciousness as an adult, right? So imagine someone whose last 25 years has just been like a recession, wars, and then Trump won, and then 4 years of Biden, and then now Trump, right? So and then there are people who are younger than me, that's all they know, right? I at least get a little bit of like, my first 10 years of my life. I was in like the Obama era or whatever. Um, so I think it's this weird question of like, how do you give people hope? Then I'm gonna like flip that around a little bit. I don't think anybody gave me hope, right? Like there's nothing in the political ecosystem in the last 20 years that I would say gave hope to my entire generation. All right. And then just to be very clear too, all of us are very aware of climate change in our future. It's probably a big factor of our kind of like overall generational and why does it matter malaise. Um, but like as of the right now, I don't think there's anything that I can point to in my generation that's like, yeah, I gain hope from that. So what that means then is that if nothing gives you hope, hope has to come from you. Like the way that you generate hope is actually yourself. And that like there's something in you, or like, factored in by like how you grew up, what you were taught, whatever lessons, how you become a human being, whatever. But there's something in you that is generating hope. And that hope is being modeled. If you're in common power and you're out there leading and you believe in this thing with no evidence of it in your life that it is better, and in fact has only gotten kind of worse, then that's something in you. And so if you model that, then I suppose that if other people see it, then they're like, okay, that's cool. Maybe I should have some myself. But I think that's kind of the lesson that I want to extend to anybody here who is feeling that they're losing hope. Well, there's that. Oh my God. Okay. Miss Faye, there's that one song in the movement where it's like, no one can give me joy. Joy is mine. And if no one can take it away from me. And then there's like that line again, and you just like substitute different things, right? Like this joy is my joy, and that means no one can take this joy away from me. This hope is my hope, so no one can take it away from me. If you have that in you already, like that hope is your hope, then you're not relying on some president, some elected official, November 3rd, 4th, 5th, insert year to determine what your hope is like, right? Um, so I think, and I'm speaking for myself. I don't know about other Gen Zers, all right? But I do know that the people of my generation that are down to fight and getting themselves out there feel hope in themselves that they are able to make an impact. Otherwise, we would just be living in our parents' house or trying to, make do with our world and think that this is how it is. So yeah, that's the beginning of an answer and a conversation. If anybody want you want to talk to me about it.
Thank you, Ben. Wow. Thank you, Ben.
Um, that was a mic drop moment. I was trying to look for
Yeah.
the mic emoji, couldn't find it. Let me just say that it's that kind of thing. Okay, that kind of perspective that we give power to. That's one of the big differences in Common Power. Maybe you know about us already. You've been with us for years. Maybe you're with us this year. Maybe somebody sent you this link, and this is your first experience of Common Power. The difference is that's the difference. We don't just invite people in to kind of be a face on the screen. That's the kind of mindset that leads the organization. That's the difference.